Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Lara Arts Corner, Art with Mr. Cervantes. We're here for week 4 of our remote learning experience. Let me start by saying thank you to all the people who turned in a La Casa color wheel to me. I've gotten an incredible amount of work, and I'm actually very excited to get the editing done for that video and share it with you guys at the end of this week. The deadline for getting any of those color wheels to me is this Wednesday by the end of the day. So you've got 3 days to get those in. Keep them coming. They've been coming in at a nice pace, and I'm excited to see what else I'll be getting in the next couple of days. Let's jump right in. The project that we're going to be doing for this week, I'm calling Mother's Day Mandalas. Mother's Day is coming up on May the 10th, and I thought that this would be something that you guys can do to get a little creative and a little tribute to your moms. Here's how it goes. Let me start first of all by talking about what a mandala is. A mandala is a symbol. It's a type of shape, a symbol that represents, actually, if you translate the word exactly, it means circle. So I want you to think about a circle as something that doesn't have a beginning and it doesn't have an end. It's infinite, right? So the mandala is a symbol of the universe, something that is infinite, that doesn't have an end. In our case, we're going to take that idea of something that is infinite and we're going to place it into Mother's Day, meaning that the mandala will represent the love that a mother would have to her children and that her children would then in return have to her. So the actual design that you're going to do is going to be something that you're going to be able to put together as a tribute to your moms. Now, let me just say this. Now, I know that all families are different, so maybe you want to dedicate yours to someone else at home that is special to you. Maybe you're with your aunt or a grandmother, or maybe an uncle, or even your father. It's up to you. But the purpose is that we're going to be doing this as a tribute to all of our special moms that are out there. Okay. Let me start by showing you some examples of what a mandala looks like. A traditional mandala is something like this. Okay. This is a simple example, but you can see that it's a series of patterns that go around in a circle, and it repeats itself, right? You see the pattern going over and over again, and in your mind, this would continue on and on infinitely. Now they go from something simple to something like this. Okay, you can see that this is a lot more complex, lots of detail, extremely beautiful to look at. But one thing that caught my attention is that the more detail it has, or as detailed as this is, it's almost like how we as people are, right? None of us are the same. We're all original, but we're all very complex. There's a lot of things about us that make us unique and make us special, right? Your talents, your beliefs, the things that you bring to your friends and family, all of those things that make you a very complex and a special person, in the same way that each one of these mandalas is different in some way. Look at this one, right? Beautiful display of patterns, lots of color, different than the others, unique in its own special way, right? So how are you going to create a mandala? There's different ways. I'm going to give you the freedom to choose what medium or what supplies, what tools you want to use to put all this together. For example, let's say at home you have maybe just markers, pencils, things like that. Maybe you have some paint, right? So one option would be for you to draw a mandala kind of like this. It doesn't have to be incredibly detailed. You can, absolutely. I challenge you guys to come up with the most detailed work that you can. Blow my mind. I love it when you guys stepped up to the plate and have shown me that creativity that you guys have inside. So by all means, you can draw one. You can start by maybe taking a sheet of paper, right, something like this, and possibly dividing it up into different sections. So maybe you start by making, kind of like an X or a cross, and then divide that into sections so that you have a pattern with 8 different sections. And then you can use this as a guide where you can place different drawings, different patterns, different symbols in each one of these going all the way around, and you create that repetition. You could also create something like this just to use for some of the other examples that I'll show you in just a bit. But drawing one is one way. There's also been a lot of different techniques that people have used. For example, I've seen some mandalas that have been put together using pasta. check this out. Okay, so these are just different noodles before they're cooked that were organized, and they happen to be in different colors. Yours could be just like the beige regular kind. It's completely up to whatever you have available. And the idea being that you just use that and you create that beautiful repetition and pattern. Pasta has been something that I've seen. Legos, look at this one. I know you guys love playing with the Legos. If we have some of those in the class, if you happen to have some of that lying around at home, by all means use that as well. But probably one of my favorite examples that I've caught when doing the research for this project has been using things from nature. So if you have access to, going to a backyard or maybe in front of your house where you can be somewhere safe and you can find things, look at this. These mandalas, or this mandala was made using rocks, leaves, sticks, things like that. Things that you can just find laying around as part of nature. Look at this example. Same kind of thing. You can see there's that repetition that goes in the circular formation, and it represents that infinity that we've been talking about from the very beginning. So whatever technique, whatever medium, whatever supplies and tools you use to create yours is completely up to you. Where we're going to tie it into Mother's Day is this. If possible, if you have a picture of your mom, you can place that in the middle of wherever you're going to build this, whether it be on the floor or on a table, up to you. Place the picture in the middle, and then you create the mandala all the way around. Let me give you an example. So here's a picture of a mandala, one of the nature ones that I found, okay? And there you go. I just added a picture of my mom. Now that's Photoshop, I get it. I am going to create my own like I've done with the other projects, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. If you don't have a picture, another thing that you can do is once you finish creating your mandala, present it to your mom and ask your mom or that special person to sit next to it at the table or on the floor, and then take that picture. Give us a picture of that moment when you shared it with her, right? And that should be something that could also be a special moment for you guys, right? You might have noticed that the video jumped right there. I made a mistake and I was like, no, I don't want to start over. So I'm going to continue here. What I had forgotten to mention was when I had you guys, or when I gave you this option of possibly using a grid like this, you can use this regardless of whether you want to draw, or if you want to use Legos, or if you want to use pasta, or if you want to use nature, or if you want to use anything. Maybe you want to use pencils, crayons, whatever it is. But you can always place this on a table. You can place it on the floor, and then just use it as a guide to know where to start putting things, to kind of give you a little bit of a way to keep organized when creating your mandala. So use that. Also, I'm going to be giving a link or sharing a link on the Google Classrooms, but then also if you go onto the Lara website on the Lara Arts Corner button that's on the main page, it'll take you to my page. Find the week 4 Mother's Day Mandalas link and click on that, and you'll see there's a video that I'm going to share with you guys of an artist who creates artwork using things from nature, and he makes mandalas out of that. He's had work in different galleries, and you're going to see some pretty amazing examples, and I felt like that could be something that would inspire you guys. So check it out. All right, so that kind of wraps it up for this week. As always, if you have any questions, email me, rcervantes@cps.edu, or reach out to me through the Google Classroom. I've been getting messages both ways, and my office hours are 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, but you know that you guys can reach out whenever you need to, and I'm pretty good about getting back to you guys as soon as I get messages, or as soon as I can. On behalf of Mr. Cervantes, Miss Myers, and the Lara Arts Corner, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you have fun creating some incredible mandalas. I'm looking forward to seeing your work, and be safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. One more thing. Am I recording? Yeah. One more thing. I forgot to mention, when you're working on your mandala, take a picture of yourself while you're actually working. You can do a selfie, or just have somebody take a picture of you. If you're working with your mom, make sure that both of you are in the picture, just to kind of show what the process was as you were getting your artwork together. I want to use all these pictures for creating my videos that I share with you guys of all of your work. And I think when we add more people and when we add pictures of you guys, it makes it more special. It makes it more special to me to see that you're working on these things. And I think it'll make it more special for you to see the videos with all of your classmates and their family members and everyone sort of like coming together to work on this artwork. So don't forget that little extra detail by sending me a couple of extra pictures to make our work or our presentation a little bit cooler. All right, see you guys.